Alright, wonderful. So, I got my part in for my John Deere 265. I needed a new coil, because once it heats up, the coil goes kind of bad, and it doesn't produce spark anymore. So, good old eBay. And next thing you know, you got a used, but pretty much like new condition coil. I mean, thing, you can still see it's got, look at the silver on it still, and it's amazing. So, I'm going to do a little how-to video. I've already taken off the main shroud here. There it is. So you got quite a few bolts to take off that main shroud. You're going to unbolt fuel pump and a couple other bolts on the other side and whatnot. So what we're going to do is I'll show you how to take the coil out. So I'm just going to start by pulling the taking that off the spark plug, the ignition there. So, and then I've already loosened these two bolts, but then you're going to take a socket and loosen the two bolts that are holding it on. Well, here we should probably just disconnect the wire first. So disconnect the wire, the ground wire. A little wire underneath here. I'll show you it on the coil that's out here. See that little fitting right there? So pull the wire that's on that off. That's the ground wire. So mine's a little duct tape, so I should, not duct tape, electrical tape, so I should probably get rid of that, but, nah. So take there's two bolts, take those out, and that's it. That's all it is to your coil. This just slips in the shroud, so it keeps all the water and everything, dust out. But see, mine's really rusty. I don't know how often you're supposed to replace these. I don't think you're supposed. Shouldn't have to replace them that often. But mine has had a little bit of a fit with a mouse too, so that's all electrical tape. So we're going to get rid of that one, and then we're going to replace it with this one here. So take it. You're going to want to align it with the, so it's not touching the flywheel, but very close to touching. So just, for now, just, hold on, it's kind of hard to do it with the camera. But we'll try it. Then you gotta kind of put the bolt back in. Be careful, you don't want to lose those down there. Because I lost one and I had to take off a whole nother shroud. It's a pain. So hold on to them. Be careful. Do it with two hands. So there's one in, and we'll do the other one. Leave them loose because you're going to have to play around. And tighten down the other one. And that one's got a little bit of a mouse wear. Looks like a little bit of teeth mark on it, see? You can't really see. Crappy camera. You gotta get a new one. You know, I just kind of move the flywheel around a little bit until because when I can hear the scraping, I know I got to back off a little bit. So the compression stroke. So it's rubbing just a little bit. So I'm just going to pull it back a little bit. I'll just tighten it down a little bit and let the flywheel do the work. Alright, I'm going to do it with two hands, so I'll put you right there for a second. Alright, looks good, so you just tighten those down. I'll do that in a minute. And you're going to attach your ground wire again. Your ground wire is attached. Reattach it to your spark plug. And then you're all set. That's about all there is to it. That's it. And then you just put your shroud back on the same way you took it off. And slip this right around the shroud so that it keeps all the dust and water out. You want to make sure so it doesn't contaminate any of the parts on the coil. That's it. Alright. Hope you learned something, guys. Let me know if you have any more questions. Alright? I'll do a video of it running later on. Take care.